That wasn't me. I do it, you do it, we all do it. And apparently we all do it 14 times a day. I would have guessed more. Yes, in this episode I'll be teaching you how to politely tell somebody that you've farted. I'll be explaining some of the common alternatives to the word flatulence, which is to fart. I'll share childish ways in which you can pass off your popping off onto others. But more importantly, I'll be explaining why you should never, ever pull somebody's finger. Never do it. Welcome to Good Bad English. My name is Whatever. Let's get on with this. So, wind, or breaking wind. This is what you and your doctor might refer to it as, and I guess grandparents might also use this term, or at least mine did. You might want to use it if you're in a room with friends and somebody lets one out. You could respond by saying, "It's a bit windy in here." Gas is another polite way to say it. People use it, but I can't say I ever do. Actually, there's one usage I can think of, but you probably don't want to use it. So if you farted under the covers and you're not alone in the bed, then what you can do is you can kind of pull the cover over the heads of both of you and then scream, "Gas chamber!" Never do that. Never do that.
Mind the gap.
Okay, now back to the most common word for flatulence, fart. Now, this isn't necessarily polite, but it's not necessarily impolite. It's just maybe a little bit informal. So, maybe only use it among friends. Similarly, you can use the word blow off. This is something we would say as kids, "Who blew off?" At the time, I guess we also used to use the terms grufted or grunted. I'm not sure these terms are in use these days, but to me at least, they're kind of funny. And surely enough, somebody will figure out that you butt sneezed. Butt sneezed. Butt sneezed.
Mind the gap.
British terms. Another word we could use would be to trump, which I don't think is short for trumpet. You thought it was the greatest name. It's the greatest name ever. Great name. But to use the word trump, I think it's more of an English thing. Speaking of which, in England we have a thing known as Cockney rhyming. Look it up. Basically, certain terms provide a rhyming alternative. Kind of like encryption. Cockney rhyming was kind of used by a certain type of Londoner to evade the police. So, to raspberry tart would be to fart. Use it like this. "Did you do a raspberry?" I'm also told that to do a raspberry is to make a fart sound with your mouth. So that would be... that was a good one.
Mind the gap.
You'll be surprised at the many creative ways in which people will tell you that they've body burped. And here are some that made me chuckle. To cut the cheese. You probably guessed it. This is when they cut the rind of the cheese, when it's in a cheese wheel. That's a thing. Of course, when they pierce the rind, the smell emanates. Got it? Fabulous. While we're on the subject of food, we can also use the term open the ham. Why?
Mind the gap.
Now for a very British exchange. You might find yourself in an exchange with a British person, and I'm going to show you how to win in this certain exchange. Here's how it goes. Somebody toots. There you go, another word for it. You did it, somebody else did it, doesn't really matter. If anyone mentions it, saying something like, "Did you let out a crowd killer?" You respond with, "Whoever smelt it, dealt it." And with that, you are implying that they are the dealer of the trouser trumpet. Now, if they protest and they say it wasn't them, you continue with, "Whoever denied it, supplied it." At this point, you are going to be the rhyming master, and it was probably you that dealt the stinker in the first place. But what happens if they say these things to you because you are the one that pointed out the under thunder? Well, you can trump them, but not in the trump Trump way, as in do one better. You can win the rhyming battle by simply saying whoever said the rhyme did the crime. And you kind of win unless they're quite creative and they have something ready like continued the rhyme, let out the chime.
Mind the gap.
Remember that I told you never to pull on a person's finger? I'm sure you guessed it.
Mind the gap.
There are literally hundreds of words for flatulence. Not only that, there'll be more that will be made up as time goes by. So, help each other out by letting each other know which words I've missed. You can add your words in the comments. What are the best words, what are the worst words, and what are the funniest words for fart? You tell us. And if you like this episode, be sure to hit the like button. Of course, don't let me grab your finger to do that. I'll be explaining more good bad English in another episode, so be sure to subscribe to learn more. And that's all from me, so thank you for listening. See you in the next one.